How much time do you spend in your head every day? I'm not talking about, getting things done or problem solving and all the things you need to get done on your to-do list. I'm talking about overthinking, replaying conversations, worrying about what someone else thinks, all of the what ifs that happen moment by moment. Most of us waste hours in thought loops, and we drain our energy and we distract ourselves from our bigger purpose. And today, I want to help you recognize when your mind is actually helping you and when your mind is keeping you stuck. Welcome, beautiful souls, to Infinite You. I'm Dr. Sheri, spiritual psychologist, multidimensional mindset mentor, and soul-led success coach. And here I help you clear the clutter, free your mind, align with your soul so you can really create and attract the most amazing life that your soul knows you were meant to live this time around. And if that resonates with you, hit subscribe, hit like, and definitely hit that notification bell so you will know when I release a new video, usually every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So what the heck is going on in your mind, in that beautiful brain of yours? First, I want to tell you that the brain is an organ, that is living inside of your skull. And your mind really is, sort of an amalgam, an integrated meshing of the brain, of soul, and all of the bigger thought processes and integrations that make you who you are. But at the base level, your brain loves familiarity, and it will definitely repeat neural pathways. In cognitive psychology, they call that cognitive schema. The same reactions, the same stories, because it feels safe. And so your brain really is always searching out when you have a conversation or a situation or some new introduction to a thought loop or a pattern. Your brain is looking for a way to place that in a particular neural pathway or schema so it feels familiar and safe and identifiable to your brain. Your brain needs to know where things are going in your mind. And so that's why you can find yourself not only replaying the same argument in your head and worrying about the same problem over and over, but as you're getting in new information, new stimuli, it's doing it over and over again as well. And your brain really is not trying to torture you. It's just doing what it knows how to do best. And that is really finding a safe landing place for sure, but then also too, finding something that is familiar. And that is exactly what neural pathways and schema are doing inside of the brain. And, there's biochemistry involved too. And so we have reactions to that. And, we can very much get addicted to the biochemistry of our brains. And so that's another part of that loop. So if we find ourselves in worry or anxiety or spiraling, we are definitely caught in a thought loop. And I want you to know that when we are in that space, right, it is all about mental clutter. We lose our sense of clarity. We create a massive amount of entropy, of disorganization, of noise. But you need to know that not every thought deserves attention. That's where you can begin to really master your mind. Because when you stay stuck in those loops, you are blocking yourself, not just from functioning and feeling joy and flow and purpose and meaning and being present in the now. You are definitely energetically blocking yourself from your hearing your soul, paying attention to your intuition and God's guidance. You are definitely blocking yourself from the higher power that is coming through you, that is very much a part of you, that you are always connected to. So here are some questions you can ask yourself to begin to break the loop. And this is just kind of like very basic steps, and I will elaborate as we kind of get into this. So number one, ask yourself, is this thought empowering me, or is this thought distracting me? And the thing about it is, I want you to take it to another level. Is it empowering? Is it distracting? And are you consciously choosing being distracted? We humans are phenomenal at being distracted. We know scrolling on social media nonstop and then hours go by, we do that too. Are we distracting ourselves from being the best version of ourselves that we can be? So if you're in a loop, are you empowered? Are you distracted? And are you intentionally choosing being distracted? What are you running away from, hiding from, not facing? So just kind of remember that too. Now, the second question that I would love for you to ask yourself is this thought light or is it feeling heavy in my body? Your body is always connected to all that is energetically at the soul level. Your body is so darn smart. Your body is your physical GPS for what the heck is going on. Remember, and I've said this in other videos too, your soul is always hanging out in this beautiful God frequency. It is always nonplussed by what the heck is going on, in physical reality. And your body is always connected to that wisdom, to that knowing. And when your mind is racing in a million different directions or creating scenarios or worried about things that are not happening or overthinking or distracted or whatever the case may be, when you feel crappy in your body from a particular thought, your body is giving you emotional signals, feeling signals to say, this is not the path that you need to be going down with your thinking, with your worrying, with whatever you have, with your reacting. Pay attention to the signals your body is giving you. So, is this thought empowering me? Is this thought distracting me? Am I choosing distraction? Does this thought feel light inside of me? High frequency, happy? Or does this thought feel heavy or lower frequency in my body? You get to choose. And then remember to ask yourself this as well. Will this thought help me create more purpose and joy? Or is it just another loop? This is where deciding becomes very powerful, and I will be making a video all about the energy of what deciding really is, because it's such a beautiful, amazing, attractive, empowering energy. So ask yourself, is the thought that I'm thinking serving me? Is it helping me lead me to my higher purpose, my passion, my joy, more meaning? Or is this just another loop? And so I had a client not too long ago who was talking about having issues with her boss. And, she wanted to know, like, am I saying the wrong thing? Was I being judged? Am I making all of this up? Like, does she like me? What is really going on? And when we began to slow it down a little bit, she realized that it was not about her boss at all. It was definitely an old program inside of her that really needed to seek approval. And once she saw it for what it was, she could let it go. That is the beauty and the power of self-awareness. And we're all growing and we're all becoming. And self-awareness is definitely a really cool journey. And it definitely, it's about understanding that we may be distracting ourselves, that our thoughts may be nonsensical. We know that we can have power over them. It could come from, early childhood trauma. It can come from a lot of different sources, right? And so one of my favorite practices for this is that when you are overthinking and going down that loop or many loops or spiral, whatever you want to call it. And I do have a video all about spiraling, so I will link the spiraling video that I just made not too long ago at the end of this video. But what I'm getting at is that when you are in that space and you are overthinking, not even if you're overthinking, but if you are wasting way too much mental energy and you are so filled with clutter that you are not even sure what your why is any longer and why you are here, grab a notebook and a pen and start journaling. Write down every thought swirling in your mind on paper. Then put a star next to every one that deserves more attention. Most of the time, you will see that 80% of what the heck is rolling around in your mind is just noise. And letting go of it creates so much space for clarity, for inner peace, for remembering who you are. When you are still in your mind, you are going to get messages, soul whispers directly from God's mind about why you are here, what your purpose is, what will lead you toward more joy, a higher frequency, greater fulfillment. And how could I say this? The deeper truth is that when your mind is just overflowing with nonsense, you cannot hear your soul. God designed us for joy, for expansion, for purpose. But when your mind is constantly ruminating, you are missing all the whispers that could actually move you forward. That is the beauty of stillness, of a still mind. And that is why the work that you do toward more awareness, toward being intentional about being just a little bit more still, is so darn important. So let me ask you this. What would be possible for you if you freed up all that wasted space in your mind? What could you create? What is your why? What is your purpose? What is your reason for being here this time around? Who could you become if you were not carrying the weight and the noise of all of those mental looping thoughts? Clearing your mind does not mean forcing yourself to stop thinking. It means letting go of the noise so your soul can lead. So comment below, what is one thought you are ready to release today? And definitely check the links in the description box below, because I will put in links for my free newsletter, my free webinar, Recode Your Reality. And if you would like to connect with me for a September reset session, that is still on sale right now. So I'll put the link in for that. And remember that, self-awareness is amazing. It truly, truly is. It leads us closer and closer to self-realization. It leads us closer and closer to our purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. And, for sure, I believe, why God put us here, why we agreed to come here this time around. Definitely. But I think also, too, when we are in alignment, we become so darn attractive. We're in a higher frequency. We're living. And I get that, we fall out of alignment all the time because we're human. That's what we do, right? And that's in part why I make these videos. But remember, you have control over your mind. You get to decide what you are going to do every day, every morning when you wake up. Who do I want to be today? How do I want to feel today? What do I want to do today? It is about purpose. It is about passion. It is about aligned action. It is about confidently creating, because that is why we came here. You are so amazingly blessed, creative, and infinite, and I want to remind you of that. So have a beautiful day. Hit subscribe, hit like, definitely comment, hit that notification bell, and remember, you were not designed to stay stuck in your head. You were designed to create, to expand, and live aligned with your soul. I will see you all next time. Namaste.